I did have some questions from 3 different viewers, and I wanted to address these 3 things for them, okay? I want to do a little bit of a demo for you and show you a couple things that I did leave out of the Voodoo Garden Total Update video because I have no idea why. I filmed the footage, but it just didn't appear. I think I might have accidentally edited it out. So, let's draw you in close like usual, and I want to show you 3 things that I think are pretty fascinating that I wish you would have seen in the last video. You're going to like it. This, of course, is a pineapple top. Not hard to tell. Ray has nothing but pineapples everywhere. But I'm starting this in water instead of soil. I did that to my last one and it did fantastic. All I did was take off the leaves. By the way, this is off that small pineapple plant with the itty bitty pineapple. Yeah, I ate the pineapple. It was delicious. I pulled about an inch worth of leaves off and tossed it in this vase, and I only put water up to here. I don't put water any higher, just up to about maybe twice as high as this little root ball. And within about, I'd say 2 weeks, I had enough roots on my last one to toss it in soil, and it's doing fantastic. It's growing on the other side of the room. It got huge, and it's growing really, really fast. This is an extremely healthy top. Look at that. You don't see these on pineapples that you get in the store. This is a really big top. Normally in the store you just see these crappy, anemic looking, half dead things on your pineapple. This one was on a ripe pineapple, and it looked beautiful. I wonder why they can't do that in the store. I don't know why. Okay, so that is the pineapple. Somebody sent me a message asking what that thing was on the shelf. It was a pineapple. I sprouted this avocado in water, and there's a friend of mine online, Incredible Isaac 2. Isaac's doing an avocado in water the same way I did, and his is coming along great. So if you want to see how to do this, I didn't have a video on how to do this, but Isaac does. I'll put a link to his channel. Isaac can easily show you how to start an avocado, and Isaac's a young gardener, so if you want to show your children how to do it and have fun, go to his channel, have your kid with you, tune in, and you can all do it together. It's going to be a fun project, and take a look at what you get. I started this, and then when the root came out and started poking down, I just set it on top of the soil, and a lot of people will bury their avocado pit. I didn't want to do that because it's not necessary. It'll send a root all the way down, and look at the growth. It's an extremely, this isn't hurting the plant. This is an extremely healthy plant. It's putting out a great amount of leaves. I don't know how old this is. I think it's approximately a month and a half to 2 months old, something like that. Not very old at all, but it's a very good looking tree. And this was grown very close to the fluorescent lights by the method that I was telling you on the light bulbs. Put your lights right up to it because it likes bright light. If you have a sunny window, toss this in a sunny window. It's going to definitely appreciate it. And if you want to put a fluorescent light above it, if you don't have a lot of light in your window, definitely put it above there. It's going to really appreciate it and show off for you. As far as watering, I water it thoroughly but not soggy, and then I allow the soil to dry out. What I do is I water the plants deeply, which means I water it until the water gets all the way down here and it's very moist but not soggy. Then I just leave it alone and let it dry out. Right before you water it, when the soil's dry, pick up your pot. You can feel how light it is, okay? Just kind of remember that. Then when you water it, you can feel how heavy it is. Eventually, you get to know the feel of your plants. That's how I know. When the top looks dry, you may think, oh, it needs water. But right under the surface, it may be wet. That's why I pick it up. And that'll never fool you. The weight can never fool you. So then I water it again. When a plant dries out, it kicks the plant into gear and the plant goes, oh crap, there's no water here, and it sends roots down in search of water. By then, you've watered it again, it rewards the plant puts out more leaves, it dries out, the plant says, oh, no more water, sends out more roots. That's how you get a very healthy plant. I use that method on my tomatoes, I used it on every other plant that I have, and I've never had a problem. So, if you want to give your plants a really good boost, that's a good tip. Water, dry, water, dry. That's a very good way to grow a plant indoors. And in the wintertime indoors, it's very easy to overwater, so this method is a pretty good way to water your plants indoors. This fuzzy little monster, of course, is the asparagus plant. You can grow these in pots year-round if you want, but of course you can't grow them in a pot this small because you're really not going to get much if you grow it in a small pot. You're going to want it in a larger pot, at least a 12-inch by 12-inch pot per asparagus root cluster. These come in what's called crowns. I planted these from seeds. And what I plan on doing is in the spring, transplanting this whole thing into the garden in one lump sum. I'm not going to separate this from this. I want them to grow close together. It's not going to hurt them. But while they're growing indoors, they do tend to get a little crazy. You can tie them together like this, or you can do what I do. This may sound mean, but it's not. I trim them down to around a foot tall. Now, whoops, I trim them down to a foot tall. It looks like I butchered them, but I really didn't. You can smell the asparagus when you do that too. And I don't know if these are edible or not. I've never tried eating these. I know that the spears are edible, but look at this. It's putting out new spears. Whenever I chop this down, it wants to put out more growth. Each one of these was grown from one seed. Look at the amount of plants that I have coming out of here. I just keep it chopped down so that it's kind of manageable and it doesn't take over the house. In the spring, I'll take these outside and just let them go nuts. That's how you grow asparagus, and that's how you take care of them. As far as watering, I don't let these dry out 100% like I do the other plants. I keep them a little bit more moist, but not that much more moist, okay? So, let these slightly dry out, water them, slightly dry out, water them. Give them as much light as you can. Put them by a window, put them underneath the fluorescent light. That's all you have to do to take care of them. So, when spring comes, you can put these in a big pot, grow them out on your porch, or you can plant them in your garden. They're very, very easy to take care of, and you can get the seeds anywhere online. These are called Mary Washington. These are a really good asparagus. I've always enjoyed growing these. If you want to grow a good asparagus, try Mary Washington. They're pretty good.
Behold, the only thing greater than yourself.